All right. So last week we talked about visualization and the importance of feeling what you're visualizing and making it a nightly routine, right? So today I thought this would be a great video to drop right after it. Well, kind of right after it. Today I want to talk about preparing yourself for success, okay, before it shows up and acting as if it has already happened and speaking as if it has already happened. Because here's the thing. Most people wait until after they get the blessing to start acting like they deserve it. but the problem with that is by then they probably already fumbled it. They probably already lost it because they never prepared for it. Okay, so let's talk about it, man. Let's get into it. So I want to address the elephant in the room. That don't sound like an elephant. I tried. There's a difference between delusion and preparation. There's a fine line between acting as if it has already happened and just being delusional. Okay. Delusion is more, I'm going to be a millionaire while you're sitting on the couch eating potato chips digging in your nose. Yeah, come on, man. What are we talking about here? Preparation is I'm training myself to think, act, and make decisions like someone who manages money well. So when I do make the money, I don't blow it. That's the difference. Okay. You see the difference? One is a fantasy, the other one is just rehearsal. All right. Now, to be clear, acting as if does not mean you pretend you're already there. Okay. It means prepare like you're about to be there. You're not faking it, you're training for it. All right. That's that fine line I was telling you about. Athletes don't wait till the championship game to start acting like champions. Okay. It's like, all right, when the game is, okay, cool. That's when I'm gonna start acting like I'm a champion. Dude, that doesn't happen like that. All right. Michael Phelps was always Michael Phelps. The world just didn't know about Michael Phelps. All right. They train like champions long before anyone knows their name. That's what act as if actually means. Okay. Now I want to talk about why this actually works. When opportunity shows up, it doesn't wait for you to get ready. Okay. It shows up now. And I had to learn this the hard way too. Oh my gosh. If you're not already moving like someone who's ready for the opportunity, you're going to fumble it. Man, I've seen people get the job they want just to lose it in like 6 months. All because they wasn't mentally prepared for that level of responsibility. I've seen people get in relationships that they prayed for and then ruin it because they wasn't actually ready for the relationship, dude. I've seen people make a ton of money and then lose it all because they never learned how to manage it properly before they got it. And by people, I mean me. That that actually happened to me. Oh my god. Yeah, just grow. I don't want to. There's no excuses for it. But growing up, dude, we were never taught about money. We were never taught to save money or anything. So once I became an adult, it was one period of my life where I made like a lot of money, and yeah, I just kind of blew it because I didn't know what I was doing. But it's okay. It's okay. I saw this TikTok where it's like, man, all the real ones get rich twice. It's like you need to get a bunch of money and blow it just to know like okay you that's the lesson. That was an expensive lesson, but this happens all the time. So if you're out there and you're in that phase, dude, listen, it happens to I feel like most people who grew up with no money. You make a lot of money and then you kind of you blow it and then you get it back. So anyway, that was a little story. Um the whole point is, you can't act broke and expect to stay rich. That's crazy. You can't think small and expect to operate in these huge spaces that you want to be in. Your mindset has to match the level that you're trying to reach before you get there. Because once you get there, man, there is no time to figure it out. Okay. You're either ready or you're not. And acting as if is how you get ready. Now let's talk about the speaking part. Speaking as if. The way you talk about your future matters. Okay. Not because, the universe is listening, but because you're listening. Okay. You're actually listening to what you say about you. If you're constantly saying things like, I'll never be able to afford it, that's not for people like me, I'm not lucky, good things never happen to me, dude, your brain is taking notes and it's gonna make decisions based on those beliefs. But if you start speaking like someone who expects good things, your brain starts looking for evidence to support that. Okay. And if we're getting technical here, it's called confirmation bias. All right. And you can use it for you instead of against you. All right. And side note, guys, when I'm making these podcasts and I'm talking to you guys, just know I'm actually talking to me too. Like, that's why I start getting passionate because I'm talking to myself. A lot of times as humans, we don't even need to be taught as much as we need to be reminded. So I don't know. I feel like the more I share these things that I've learned along the way, it reinforces it to me. So anyway, you guys are helping me as much as hopefully I'm helping you guys. Here's an example. Instead of I could never do that, say something like, I don't know how to do that yet, but I'm willing to learn. Instead of saying I'm so bad with money, say I'm learning how to manage money better. Okay, you see how I flipped it there? Instead of saying nothing ever works out for me, say things are shifting, I'm building something. Okay, you're not lying, you're just reframing. And reframing is what changes the brain. As the old saying goes, your words become your thoughts become your actions become your reality. Okay, so speak like the person you're becoming, not the person you used to be. Now, easier said than done. Easier said than done, but this is a practice, just like the visualization that we talked about last week. This is also a practice. You have to stay on top of it. It's like, how is my self talk today? I have to remind myself so many times throughout the day on a daily basis. Steve, you sound like old Steve right now, bro. Like, why are you talking like old Steve? Are we moving forward or are we going backwards, bro? Like, I have to remind myself to keep speaking as if and acting as if. Most people pray for the blessing, but they don't prepare for it. Okay. They want the relationship, but they haven't worked on their communication skills, right? They want the promotion, but they haven't developed habits of a leader. They want the success, but they haven't built discipline to sustain it. But the people who act as if they're already practicing, okay, they're reading the books, they're studying the game, they're studying their field, okay, they're learning the skills they need, building the habits. So when their opportunity comes, they're freaking ready, dog. It's not luck, it's just preparation meeting opportunity. You cannot control when the blessing arrives, okay, but you can control whether or not you're ready when it does come. All right, so act like it's already on the way, okay? Prepare like it's coming tomorrow. Study what you need to know, build the skills that you need, develop the habits that the version of you would have when it does come. Now, when you're acting as if, it requires you to be uncomfortable now. And here's what I mean by that. It means you have to start doing things before you feel ready. Okay, so no more of that sitting back and waiting till everything feels right and all the stars align. No, you have to start acting now. It means investing in yourself before you see the return, and that can be excruciating. Um, it means showing up like a professional before anyone's paying you like one. That's what acting as if means. And most people wait until they feel ready, but they'll never feel ready. You'll never feel ready. Okay, readiness is something that you build, not something that you wait for. You don't wait to feel successful before you build successful habits, right? You build the habits and the success follows. Okay, act as if, speak as if, and watch how your reality starts catching up with the version of you that you're already rehearsing. I know. I know this is crazy. This is crazy. I don't know. I feel like I like talking about stuff like this because I've seen stuff like this change my life. You're basically just changing your identity. The only way you can get to where you want to go is you have to change your identity because the current level that you're on, that's the level that your identity is on, right? So you change your identity to get to the next level. Or you can, it works the other way too. You can change your identity and regress in life, but you don't want to do that. So this is the way you change your identity to level up. So yeah, going into this new week and this new month, happy March. Let's try to act as if and speak as if. Okay, not because we're manifesting, but because we're preparing. Okay, we're training our brain, we're building the habits, we're learning the skills, speaking the language of the new person we're becoming, if you will. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Happy Monday. I hope this week is extraordinary for you. And you know how we do it. If you love this episode, send it to a friend. If you hated this episode, send it to an enemy. But regardless, thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for hearing me out.